Namaskar. Welcome to Express News. I'm Shubhendu Ghosh. Let's begin with the stories. The Indian Space Research Organisation ISRO achieved a remarkable milestone on Wednesday with successful launch of its 100th mission from Sriharikota. GSLV F-15 rocket carrying the NVS-2 satellite lifted off from the Satish Dhawan Space Centre. The NVS-02 satellite is navigation satellite equipped with payloads in L1, L5 and S bands, as well as a ranging payload in C band. GSLV F-15 is the 8th operational flight of GSLV with an indigenous cryogenic stage and the 100th launch from India's spaceport, Sriharikota. ISRO Chief V. Narayanan highlighted the journey of ISRO from 1979 and also elaborated on latest GSLV F-15 launch. Addressing a public rally in Delhi, Prime Minister Modi said Delhi Heights want BJP's double-engine government, which will build houses for the poor, make Delhi modern, will provide tap water to every house and give freedom from the tanker mafia. India's Election Commission has issued notice to Aam Aadmi Party convener Arvind Kejriwal in connection with complaints filed by BJP and the Congress over allegations of poisoning the Yamuna River. The Congress Party on Wednesday released the second part of its manifesto for the upcoming Delhi elections. The manifesto was revealed by party leader Jairam Ramesh. India's Union Cabinet has approved National Critical Mineral Mission to build a resilient value chain for critical mineral resources vital to green technologies with an outlay of 34,300 crore rupees over 7 years. The Cabinet has also approved the administered ex-mill price of ethanol derived from C-heavy molasses at 57.97 rupees per litre under Ethanol Blended Petrol Programme for the ethanol supply year 24-25. The remunerative prices for ethanol suppliers will also help in reducing dependency on crude oil imports. Government has advanced the target of 20% ethanol blending in petrol from earlier 2030 to ethanol supply year 25-26. The newly constructed building in North Delhi's Burari collapsed on Monday. The death toll has risen to 5. So far, 21 people have been rescued as the rescue operation is still underway. India's western state of Maharashtra has registered over 100 cases of Guillain-Barré syndrome. Director General of Indian Council of Medical Research, Dr. Rajiv Bal, said the various samples have been collected and the cases are under investigation. Union Health Ministry has also deputed a high-level multidisciplinary team to Pune to aid state authorities in further investigation. 76 Republic Day celebrations in India came to a conclusion with the melodious, iconic beating retreat ceremony at Vijay Chowk on Wednesday. The bands of Indian Army, Indian Navy and Indian Air Force and the Central Armed Police Forces played 30-foot tapping Indian tunes before the distinguished audience. India's Minister of Textiles, Giriraj Singh, inaugurated Handloom Conclave Manthan in New Delhi. The conclave aims to make handloom sector self-reliant through innovative technological solutions and create a brand image for Indian handloom products in global markets. The Joint Committee of Parliament on Waqf Amendment Bill 2024 adopts its draft report. Chairman Jagdimbika Pal says the committee has adopted amendments on 14 clauses related to the bill and the report will be submitted to Lok Sabha Speaker on Thursday. The results for the Best Marching Contingents and Tableau of Republic Day Parade 2025 have been announced. The panels of judges constituted to assess the performance declared Jammu and Kashmir Rifles contingent as the best marching contingent among services. The top 3 tableaux among the states and union territories were given to Uttar Pradesh, Tripura and Andhra Pradesh. 2 Naxals killed in an encounter with security forces in West Singhbhum district of Jharkhand on Wednesday. Several of them were injured in an encounter during a search operation under Sunuva police station. Indian equity indices ended higher for the second straight session on Wednesday. At close, the Sensex was up 631.55 points or 0.83% at 76,532.96. Nifty was up 205.85 points or 0.90% at 23,163.10. Indian rupee ended marginally lower at 86.55 per dollar on Wednesday versus Tuesday's close of 86.53. China's DeepSeek limited the registration of new users due to large-scale cyber attacks on its services. The low-cost Chinese generative AI venture is thought to have matched US companies in its abilities, but at a fraction of the cost. China's DeepSeek has shaken up the tech industry and hit US titans, including Nvidia and AI chip juggernaut that saw nearly $600 billion of its market value erased, the most ever for one day on the Wall Street. US stocks ended higher on Tuesday, with Nvidia and other artificial intelligence-linked technology shares recovering from the sharp losses the previous day as investors snapped up bargains. S&P 500 gained 55.42 points to end at 6,067.70 points, while Nasdaq Composite gained 391.76 points to 19,733.59. The Dow Jones Industrial Average rose 136.77 points to be at 44,850.35. ChatGPT creator OpenAI said on Tuesday that Chinese firms are constantly trying to tap into US rivals to improve Chinese AI models. OpenAI made the comments after White House said it was evaluating possible national security concerns raised by China's DeepSeek. The Asian Development Bank has approved $500 million policy-based loan for Philippines for quick access to financing during natural disasters or health-related emergencies. India's External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar, who is on a visit to UAE, met Raisina US-India AI Fellows along with members of Raisina India-US Task Force on Responsible AI in Abu Dhabi on Wednesday. Dr. Jaishankar also interacted with members of the ORF Middle East think tank council in Abu Dhabi. And sharing pictures. So next, Dr. Jaishankar called the meeting a welcome initiative for fostering greater exchange of ideas and perspective in the Indian subcontinent and the Middle East region. Chief Minister of the Indian state Madhya Pradesh, Mohan Yadav, chaired a meeting with Japan's International Cooperation Agency's Senior Vice President Sohei Hara, strengthening ties and attracting investment to the state. The Chief Minister showcased Madhya Pradesh's readiness to become a hub for medical device manufacturing, further deepening economic discussions and exploring collaborative opportunities. A federal judge blocked Donald Trump's spending freeze that would have affected thousands of federal grant programs. The court will revisit the issue on Monday. The Trump administration said programs delivering benefits directly to Americans would not be affected. It was unclear whether other multi-billion-dollar grant programs such as scientific research would be affected or not. The White House said the freeze was needed to ensure federal aid programs are aligned with the Republican president's priorities. Democrats criticized the spending freeze as unlawful and dangerous. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio issued a waiver on Tuesday for life-saving humanitarian assistance during a 90-day pause in foreign aid while Washington undertakes a review. Donald Trump has ordered an end to all federal funding or support for healthcare that aids the transition of transgender under the age of 19. The order aims to block Medicare payments for such health care, which prohibits insurance companies from denying coverage to transgender patients. Donald Trump has directed the Health and Human Services Secretary to publish a review of the existing literature on best practices for transgender healthcare for minors within 90 days. President Trump on Tuesday offered most federal workers the option to leave their jobs in exchange for 8 months severance. The deferred resignation program would allow federal employees to remain on the payroll through September 30th, but not have to work. The Trump administration stepped up immigration arrests in recent days with about 1,000 to 1,200 arrests per day, far above the daily average of 311 in fiscal 24. Two Colombian Air Force planes carrying deportees from United States arrived in Bogota on Tuesday, paving the way for the US President Trump's administration to lift visa restrictions and other measures on Colombian citizens. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt stated Colombian authorities agreed to all of President Trump's demands regarding deportation of their nationals. Rescue operation underway in Japan's Saitama prefecture to save 74-year-old truck driver stuck in a sinkhole for more than 24 hours. The truck fell into a 5-meter deep sinkhole on a traffic junction on Tuesday. Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro announced that a public debate will begin on February 15th. The debate will discuss the changes to the constitution promoted by Maduro. Myanmar's military junta is expected to extend the country's state of emergency that is set to expire on Friday, that is January 31st. This will mark the beginning of 4th year under military regime since a coup. Time for a short break. There's more coming up in Express News.
पढ़ता है, खेलता है, झूलता उछलता है, दौड़ता कभी कभी दौड़ कराता है, आगे आगे बढ़ता है इंडिया, अमूल दूध पीता है इंडिया।
रिटायरमेंट प्लानिंग के लिए तेरा एसआईपी के बारे में क्या ख्याल है?
रिटायरमेंट अभी तो पूरी लाइफ बाकी है यार।
और तुझे नहीं लगता अगर रिटायरमेंट के बारे में अभी से नहीं सोचे तो आगे जाके प्रॉब्लम होगी?
पर रिटायरमेंट के बारे में सोचना क्यों है इतना जरूरी? जब तक आप रिटायर हो जाएंगे महंगाई काफी ज्यादा बढ़ जाएगी और आपकी इनकम वो तो रुक ही जाएगी। इसीलिए आज ही म्यूचुअल फंड्स में एसआईपी शुरू कीजिए और हर महीने थोड़ा थोड़ा करके धन इकट्ठा कीजिए एक कंफर्टेबल रिटायर्ड लाइफ जीने के लिए। अधिक जानकारी के लिए अपने वित्तीय सलाहकार से परामर्श करें। LIC म्यूचुअल फंड द्वारा निवेशक शिक्षा की एक पहल। म्यूचुअल फंड निवेश बाजार जोखिम के अधीन है। योजना से संबंधित सभी दस्तावेजों को ध्यान से पढ़ें।
Welcome back. You're watching Express News. I'm Shubhendu Ghosh. Several parts of Delhi NCR witnessed light fog on Wednesday morning, accompanied by cold winds, making the early hours quite chilly for residents. The India Met Department has issued dense fog alert for several districts of Uttar Pradesh. This was on Wednesday and Thursday. Uttarakhand is experiencing dry weather conditions though chilly mornings and evenings persist. However, IMD has predicted light rainfall in some districts on Wednesday. Climate change was a major factor behind the hot, dry weather that gave rise to the devastating LA fires, a scientific study has confirmed. The study conducted by dozens of researchers concluded that fire-prone conditions fueling the blazes were approximately 35% more likely due to global warming caused by fossil fuels. Emergency services were preparing for rising water levels in the western French town of Redon as flooding in Brittany continued. The flooding has been ongoing since the storm Herminia brought heavy rains to the region over the weekend. Hundreds of residents of the Ille-Vilaine department have been evacuated from their homes, but no casualties have been reported. In Morbihan and Loire-Atlantique, authorities have warned of difficult road conditions across the region and disruption of rail services due to flooding. Extreme cold has blanketed Niagara Falls in heavy snow and ice. Footage shows thick ice and snow surrounding the iconic landmark. As temperatures drop, mist and spray form a thick crust of ice over the rushing water, creating the illusion of a frozen waterfall, while the water continues to flow beneath the ice. For this year's Spring Festival, the streets in the ancient town of Shipu in East China have come alive with soft glow of intricate fish lanterns. A team of robot dancers took to the stage alongside their human counterparts for a fun performance featuring Chinese folk dance Yangyi during Spring Festival Gala. Thousands of worshippers flocked to Beijing's Lama Temple on Wednesday to mark the first day of the Lunar New Year, lighting incense and praying for good fortune. Inside the Lama Temple, visitors placed offerings in donation boxes, bowed in prayer, and held incense sticks as staff distributed them at the entrance. Revelers ushered in Lunar New Year in Sydney's Chinatown in a street festival that attracted locals and tourists alike. A dance troupe performed traditional lion dances in colourful lion costumes to kick off the festival, which was adorned with models of snakes, alluding to the new lunar year being a snake year. Hundreds of people in Scotland's Shetland Islands marched with burning torches alongside a replica of Viking ship in a tradition dating back hundreds of years. The highlight of the event, which marks the ancient Viking festival of Aphelia, is a burning of replica of Viking longship. The ancient ritual is held on last Tuesday of January. Zookeepers at the Chessington World of Adventure outside London had a busy day providing spa-like treatments and performing health checks for their animals. From hoof pedicures to horn treatments, fecal sampling to weight tracking, the zookeepers were hard at work to ensure all 1,000 of the attraction's animals were set for a healthy year ahead. Two artists paint colourful birds in abandoned houses of Hong Kong's Lantau Island, hoping to bring them back to life and raise awareness of biodiversity. British artist Dominic Johnson Hill celebrates local bird species and seeks to raise awareness about biodiversity with this project to paint bird murals on abandoned houses of Lantau Island, Hong Kong. Giant budget fashion chain Primark launched a line of clothing created specifically for people with disabilities. The adaptive collection, which went on sale in 31 stores, includes a trench coat with pockets that close with magnetic strips and zipped sleeves. Renee Zellweger and the cast members of a new Bridget Jones movie attended the screening of the preview of the film in Paris. In the US, the movie Bridget Jones, Mad About the Boy, will be streaming on platform Peacock. This will be taking place on February 13th. French fashion house Chanel unveiled a light and colourful Spring-Summer 2025 Haute Couture collection on Tuesday in Paris. The French fashion show began with the tweeted suits, white, pastel yellow, aqua green, lilac, before transitioning into brighter hues and ending with evening gowns in blue and black. Actor Hugh Jackman began his special 12-show run at New York's Radio City Music Hall, marking his first live concert series in 5 years. During the show, Jackman will perform musical hits from his career, including songs from Boy from Oz, The Greatest Snowman, and The Music Man. Founder Sami Sneddy aims to transform this unique ensemble into a full-fledged male choir that will perform at cultural festivals across Tunisia. Despite initial skepticism, the club has evolved into more than just a place to sing. As Sneddy leads the choir through their practice sessions, his vision has materialized into reality. Prime Video has unveiled an emotionally compelling trailer for its much-awaited original film, The Mehta Boys, directed by Boman Irani. The film is co-written by Academy Award winner Alex Tinlaris and produced by Boman Irani. Akshay Kumar and Veer Paharia film Sky Force earned 5.75 crore rupees on its first Tuesday, which is more than the opening day collections of Akshay's several recent box office bombs, including Khel Khel Mein. The trailer for Tandel, starring Naga Chaitanya and Sai Pallavi, is leading roles, has been released. It begins with the characters sharing an inseparable bond. World Chess Champion D. Gukesh has become the sole leader after he beat Leon Luke Mendonca in the 9th round of the Tata Steel Chess Tournament in the Netherlands. England secured a 26-run victory over India in the third T20 International at Rajkot to stay alive in the 5-match series. Put into bat, England posted modest 171 runs for the loss of 9 wickets and then restricted India at 145 runs. India spinner Varun Chakrabarti was adjudged the man of the match for his 5 wickets. Veteran pacer Mohammad Shami marked his return to international cricket in Rajkot T20 against England after a gap of 435 days on Tuesday. India's Jasprit Bumrah won the Sir Garfield Sobers Trophy for ICC Men's Cricketer of the Year on Tuesday. India's left-arm seamer Arshdeep Singh claimed the Men's T20 Cricketer of the Year honour for 36 scalps in the calendar year. The International Cricket Council has confirmed that Geoff Allardyce has decided to step down as ICC Chief Executive Officer. India's star batter Virat Kohli joined Delhi's Ranji Trophy squad for a team training session at the Arun Jaitley Stadium on Tuesday, preparing for his much-anticipated return to domestic cricket. The 38th edition of the National Games commenced with a grand opening ceremony at the Maharana Pratap Sports College in Dehradun, marking a significant milestone in India's sporting history. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi officially declared the Games open, calling it a historic moment in Uttarakhand's journey of development. Hyderabad Tufans played out a 3-3 draw with team Gonseca and then lost 1-3 in the penalty shootout in the Men's Hockey India League match in Rourkela. World number 6 and 24-time Grand Slam champion Novak Djokovic has pulled out of Davis Cup match against Denmark due to injury. Manchester City head to the final group game against Club Brugge on Wednesday, needing to win a stay in the hunt for the Champions League knockout games. And Neymar has agreed to return to Santos nearly 12 years after he left the Brazilian team. The Brazilian striker confirmed earlier that his contract with Saudi Arabian club Al Hilal has been terminated by mutual consent. With that, we conclude this edition of Express News. Namaskar.